Witchcraft, black magic, sex magic, it's all real, and more people are into it than one might think. Many people are obsessed with it, actually, and someone who is walking in their flesh and dominated by their lust is an easy target to witchcraft. 4.5 years ago, a girl whom I worked with cast a spell on me. We were talking, and she casually wagged her finger in my face. For some reason, I did not think anything of it. She then took a step back, and without thinking, I was immediately pulled to take a step forward. The finger wag was likely the icing on the cake. I promise you that the rabbit hole of witchcraft goes deep. These witches are doing crazy things behind closed doors. I was in my mid-20s, focused on my goals, and hadn't crushed on a girl in years. Yet I became obsessed with this girl, unlike I had ever been toward anyone. It was uncanny. I had just started reading my Bible sparsely around this time, and I was in awe when I came across verses in Proverbs that warned of the woman that flatters with her words. She did this a lot. It also said, "Go not near the door of her house," and I had driven by her house a few nights before. The spirit of lust is heavy this time of year. The holiday of Easter roots back to worship of a fertility god, Ishtar. Stay in prayer, stay focused, protect your eyes, pray patiently first, trust people much later. Say less, but speak life, because these witches are working death. No weapon formed against me will prosper. My son, attend to my wisdom, and bow your ear to my understanding, that you may regard discretion, and that your lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil, but her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, and her steps take hold on hell. Lest you should ponder the path of life, her ways are movable, that you cannot know them. Hear me now therefore, O you children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. Remove your way far from her, and come not near the door of her house, lest you give your honor to others, and your years to the cruel, lest strangers be filled with your wealth, and your labors be in the house of a stranger, and you mourn at the last, when your flesh and your body are consumed, and say, how I have hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. Drink waters out of your own cistern, and running waters out of your own well. Let your fountains be dispersed abroad, and rivers of waters in the streets. Let them be only your own, and not strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of your youth. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breasts satisfy you at all times. Be ravished always with her love. And why will you, my son, be ravished with a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a stranger? For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his goings. His own iniquities will take the wicked himself, and he will be held with the cords of his sins. He will die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he will go astray. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with you. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of your eye. Bind them upon your fingers, write them upon the table of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your kinswoman, that they may keep you from the strange woman, from the stranger that flatters with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and beheld among the simple ones. I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding. Passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot, and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn, her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lies in wait at every corner. So she caught him, and kissed him, and with an impudent face said to him, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows. Therefore I came forth to meet you, diligently to seek your face, and I have found you. I have decked my bed with coverings and tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. For the good man is not at home. He is gone a long journey. He has taken a bag of money with him. He will come home at the day appointed. With her much fair speech she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips she forced him. He goes after her straight away, as an ox goes to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hastes to the snare, and knows not it is for his life. Hearken to me now therefore, O you children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not your heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths, for she has cast down many wounded. Yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death.